Most people long to be engaged in wholehearted relationships, especially during Valentine's Day and other holidays. Unfortunately, many people experience loneliness even when they are in a relationship. Hi, we're Teresa and Rick Starr with Positivity Life. Loneliness in a relationship can be one of the loneliest places to be. Because you are in a relationship, you feel like you're supposed to feel joy and connection, and instead, you feel social isolation. If this is your story, you're not alone.
Did you know that there's a loneliness epidemic in the world? In 2018, Cigna did a study and found that 40% of Americans said that they feel isolated from others and that their relationships are not meaningful. If you find that you are lonely in a marriage or a dating relationship, chances are you can improve your situation by first taking 100% responsibility for your situation, and second, by cultivating effective communication skills.
So first off, taking 100% responsibility means that you realize that you can't control other people. You can, however, be in charge of yourself and make a choice to improve your ability to build solid connections. One of the best places to start is by developing quality connection strategies. In this vlog, we want to share 7 wholehearted communication strategies to help you get started. The more you practice, the more effective you'll become. If you are consistently making efforts toward quality connection, your partner is likely to notice and will most likely respond in kind, so that ultimately you can both enjoy more bliss in your relationship.
Okay, strategy number 1, listen attentively. The deeper you listen, the more fully you'll understand. We call this active listening. The funny thing is, many people think they are listening to understand, when in reality, they are really listening to respond. Active listening is about being deeply engaged to truly hear what the other person is communicating. This involves good eye contact, hearing the words they speak, listening for their tone of voice, watching their body language, and perhaps most importantly, it means listening for the feelings behind the words. In other words, truly seeking to understand without thinking of your own comeback response.
Strategy number 2 is active constructive response. Now, this is your reaction to what your partner has said. It starts with actively listening and then reflecting back and responding with interest and enthusiasm. Sometimes people are in a habit of shooting down other people's ideas and stealing their joy in the moment. It's better to show your support and help the other person savor their good news in that very moment. Constructive responders are also careful not to hijack the conversation and make it all about themselves. An active constructive response involves authentic listening, good eye contact, supportive reflection statements, and responding with enthusiasm. Now, a typical response might be something like, "Wow, that is great news," or "How did that make you feel?" or "What was the best part for you?" Studies show that this type of response builds stronger bonds of connection.
Strategy number 3, speak generously of others. One of the most effective ways to build a stronger connection is when your partner hears that you've said something nice about them to someone else, or if they actually hear you talking to someone else about how amazing they are. It's the opposite of backbiting, which is really so hurtful. Instead, you are speaking generously of them to someone else, which is the ultimate compliment.
And strategy number 4, don't try to have problem-solving communications when you're depleted. If you're tired at the end of the day, if you're feeling hungry, or if you've been under significant stress, these are not the times to have a meaningful conversation with your spouse. When you're feeling depleted, you may find that you don't have the willpower and self-control or the patience that you need to have a problem-solving discussion. If you need to have a crucial conversation with your partner, or with anyone else for that matter, choose to do it when you're well-rested, well-nourished, and feeling on top of your game.
And strategy number 5, speak with kindness and gratitude. Why is it that some people are so kind to perfect strangers, yet with their own family, they speak in harsh tones and don't take the time to express gratitude? If you want your connections to be deep and meaningful, watch the way you speak and be sure to express appreciation. It's a simple courtesy with a powerful result. By the way, honey, thanks for helping me shovel the sidewalk the other day when it snowed.
You're welcome. And number six, be positive and avoid put-downs and sarcasm. These can be so hurtful. Instead, you want to use process praise, which is about expressing appreciation or praise for something that your loved one has done or is doing. For example, thank you for always remembering to take out the trash. Or, I really appreciate the way you appreciate me. But when you do give process praise, you're focusing on strengths, looking for specific behaviors, and then expressing gratitude for them. Instead of being vague like, hey, thanks for your help, say something more specific like, thank you so much. I really appreciated the way you ... The way you went out of your way to help prepare for the party or whatever. Conversations that include process praise are more likely to cause your partner to want to continue doing those things that you appreciate. On the other hand, conversations of complaint and disapproval can kill the morale in your relationship and will most likely cause resentment, but no positive change.
Strategy number 7, use I feel statements instead of statements of blame. We're not saying that you should never talk about your feelings or about things that can be improved upon. The important thing is to do it in a more positive way. Instead of using statements of blame such as, you never do such and such, or why do you always, and then fill in the blank. These types of phrases cause conflict because they feel like exaggerated accusations. It is better to, first of all, never say never, and always never say always, if that makes any sense. These are usually the exaggerations. Instead of accusing, it's best to use I feel statements. Avoid accusing your partner of doing things that bug you. Instead, you explain, I feel X when you do Y in situation Z. For example, I feel embarrassed when you tell other people that I don't like to cook.
I never told anybody that. Okay.
I really don't like to cook, but
But I didn't tell anybody, I promise. Although it may not be possible to cure the worldwide loneliness epidemic single-handedly, you can definitely make efforts to free yourself from social isolation and loneliness in your own life, just by incorporating these 7 simple strategies into your relationship. Be patient with yourself and remember that desired behavior changes take time and effort. The more you practice, the easier it will become. If you make a mistake and slip back into old habits, forgive yourself and strive to do better next time. Your self-awareness and commitment to change may be just the thing you need to be able to catch yourself in the moment and make a course correction. So remember these simple 7 strategies of wholehearted communication. First, listen attentively. Second, respond actively and constructively. Third, speak generously of your partner. Fourth, don't try to have a crucial conversation when you're depleted. Fifth, speak with gratitude and kindness. Sixth, use process praise instead of complaints or sarcasm. And number 7, use I feel statements rather than blame.
as you take 100% responsibility for your relationships and your actions, you'll very likely begin to notice that your spouse or significant other will soon follow suit. So if you want to be actively engaged in wholehearted relationships, remember the choice is yours. Choose to connect by communicating more effectively.
Thank you for joining us, and we wish you all the best in building solid, quality relationships. Have a great day.